Hi, and thanks for your interest in becoming a Hike the Island or Hiking Addiction contributor. Begin by creating an account on the join link on our website. Once you've done that, you'll get an email with a link that you have to click. Then go ahead and log in. Once you've logged in, go to Trails and create trail. Fill in the trail information the best you know how. Never click the Trail Network button unless you've been asked to. Then choose a parent network if there's already one on the site for the park that the trail that you're entering is in. Otherwise, leave it blank. You won't see these two fields, but choose a geographic area and then choose the neighborhood it's in. If the neighborhood is not listed under the drop-down, you can enter one yourself. Don't enter an official rating. We'll do this over here. Then choose the seasons that the hike can be done in and click whether there's a waterfall or not. Choose a difficulty rating for the average hiker and fill out a brief difficulty summary. Put notes on whether the trail is suitable for children, or if it isn't, what age you would recommend. Dogs, are they permitted? Are they not permitted? Are there doggy bags? Any restrictions? And what kind of cell service? The quality of service, the provider, and then the year, and preferably if you also have it the month. Write a description no less than 200 words. Looks like we're just going to be putting some basic text here, just so we can submit this to the website. Definitely don't do what I'm doing. The round trip class, in this case, will be about 3 hours. That's from the trailhead around the park and then back to your cars. Track type, linear is where you hike into a park, get to a viewpoint or something, you hike back out the same way. Where a loop, there's no backtracking whatsoever. In this case, it's a loop. You'll see it hid some of the fields. The distance, now we can't get this unless we have our map. So go ahead and take that GPX file that you had off of your phone and open up Google Earth and import that file. Some GPSs don't record everything properly, so make sure to turn on KML line strings. You're going to get a lot of extra crap that you don't need. Under tracks here, we can turn off all the extras. As long as you can still see your original track there, we're good. Go ahead and right-click that and say, oh, my mistake. Go ahead and open that and go to Path, right-click that, and Show Elevation Profile. Here is the magic. This is everything we need for hiking addiction. As you'll see, it's 9.23 kilometers. Go ahead and type that in. And the round trip time took us about 240 minutes, or about 4 hours. Slope up and slope down can be found over here next to average slope, 9.8 and minus 8.9. So, because this is a loop, those will actually be exactly the same number, but there was some issue logging where maybe we didn't wind up at the exact same endpoint that we started. So in this case, just put 9.8 and then minus 9.8. Elevation start will be if you drag your cursor all the way along this graph at the very beginning, you see it says 25 meters. Go ahead and put that in there. And because it's a loop, at the end it'll also be 25 meters. Minimum elevation can be seen here in the red box. Elevation 1,43, 146. The first number is your minimum elevation, so 1 meter. Elevation max is the 146. Elevation gain and elevation loss are right here, 527 and minus 536, but because this is a loop and there was some errors logging, it's 527 and then minus 527. The start latitude and longitude you have to be very careful with. So go ahead and zoom in to the trailhead. As you can see here, we didn't start and finish logging at exactly the same spot. Go ahead and now drop a pin using the yellow icon on the toolbar. Doesn't matter what you call it, but drag it to the trailhead. Here's our GPS coordinates. Now you notice it's in decimal notation. If it's not in decimal notation, you can go ahead and go back into Preferences or Options on the PC and make sure under the 3D View tab and the latitude and longitude you have it set to decimal degrees. So with that track that you just, with that yellow marker that you just put down, go ahead and copy that latitude and longitude. Start latitude and start longitude. Make sure there's no spaces before or after the text, and delete any degree symbols that you accidentally copy. Now, Google's pretty smart, so we're going to use that same start latitude and start longitude for the destination on where people should be driving. Now, to find the end latitude, because this is a loop, pretty simple, we're just going to copy and paste the exact same thing. Otherwise, you drop another pin on the visual map and copy its address there. Driving origin is the location that you begin your driving directions from. A general kind of like a personal note. So in this case, I'm just going to say downtown Victoria It does not have to be an address or anything too specific, just a general term for where you started driving. Now, open up a new tab and copy your Google End location. And go to Google Maps. Paste those coordinates in and hit enter. So there we go, our exact coordinates. It's also given it to us in the old school notation. Click Directions, and then type in your starting location. In this case, Victoria, BC. Now go ahead and copy this URL from the location bar and paste it into the Google URL field. And Google Start, we're going to say Victoria, BC, just what we had before. Now, you'll see here Google takes into account traffic and whatnot. We don't want to put that on our website, so say depart at, and then choose some time that's ludicrous, like 3 in the morning. We'll get the exact driving time, so about 45 minutes. Put the approximate address of the trailhead. Now, to get this, zoom into the trailhead, and you see here it's given us 270 Becker Bay Road. So just go ahead and copy that. It should be address, city, province, and then a postal code if there is one. Otherwise, you can take out the postal code or just put the singular address. Do not put just a road name. If you don't have an approximate house address, don't even bother putting that field in, but leave everything else. Choose your GPS file, and then type in your own directions in your own words on how to get there. Often the Google directions are rather vague. So in this case, we're going to say, leave downtown Victoria, heading west on highway such and such, and then take a left at whatever, and so on and so forth. Put notes on any major landmarks you may pass by and so on and so forth. And then all you have to do is click Create. There we go. Trail has been successfully created. Go ahead and view your trail. Your trail is now live on the website. All you have to do now is add your photos. So go add photos and drag and drop them all there and click Add. Go ahead and write me after you finish that and I'll pay you out.